What is up? What is up? Just the Betslips family. It's your boy CJ with your boy Rob, the parlay guy. And we are just the Betslips today, promising to bring you one thing and one thing only, and that is the hot tips to help your bet slips. That's right, everybody. We're going to have a great show today. Just us two as of right now. There might be a third popping in a little bit. But without further ado, Rob, how we feeling today?
Good. We hit our parlay last night, which is good. Actually, we hit it pretty easily. Sale and Wheeler cruised to their sixth. Unfortunately, Wheeler didn't get a seventh. I bet what's his name? Barrios for 4. He got 9, which was wild. And then Gore is Gore. The man had 5 in the 6th inning. It was looking rough, and he struck the side out. So didn't have to sweat anything, which is always a good thing.
Always a massive thing, and we always enjoy that. I fared okay. I went 2-1 yesterday, so I can't really complain too much. However, I bet a bunch of other people's bets just for shiggles and solidarity, and y'all all fuckers lost. So
I didn't lose.
I know you didn't lose, but the other fuckers did, and they cost me money. But it's fine. Everything's fine. But speaking of people costing you money, just remember that we do have a disclaimer. First, we are not professional gamblers. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Number 2, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford and only bet what you can afford to lose. And number 3, gambling can be addictive. So please seek the help if you need it. And this is not just sports betting. This is casino and the ponies and whatever type of betting that you do. Back alley craps. If you've got problems with gambling addiction, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. You can get the help and resources that you need so you can beat this disease of gambling addiction. Again, if you do it responsibly and at your own risk, realize that schmucks like me and Rob are not professional gamblers. Then you know, just you won't have to hit number 3. But if it does get to number 3, please seek the help you need it. Also, we are not affiliated with or sponsored by any specific sport book or any sport book at all. So you will hear both of us using our own specific sports books of choice here on this show. However, if anybody would love to sponsor us, I'm in on a sponsorship, to be clear.
Yeah, if you want to pay us to be professional gamblers,
we would very much like to be professional gamblers. I'm 1,000%
I can spend all day looking stats up if you're trying to pay me to be
100%. Yeah. Yes. I mean, we would need a comma and like at least 2 big figures to the left of the comma, or just 3 figures to the left of the comma. And then we're totally in. I couldn't be more in at that point. But, you know, whatever. Just 2 big numbers to the left of the comma, and I'm 1,000% in. But that's how we're at. We actually have a full show today as far as the segments go. Our 2 standard segments plus the third, which you hear everybody talk about. But it's gonna be a quick one today because it's Friday, man. Nobody wants to listen to us yap too long on a Friday. Ain't nobody want that. However, we will say one more thing before we get going. If you did not listen to the podcast that dropped this morning at 6 a.m., do it. There's no excuse not to. Go into Apple, go into Spotify, or heck, if you're watching this on YouTube, go to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube, and listen to the podcast that we dropped this morning at 6 a.m. We're talking the MLB All-Century team. Things got heated when Buster Posey was mentioned over Yadier Molina at catcher. Some other things got heated, but there were a couple unanimous consents out there. But I'm going to let you listen to the tape to get all of the goodies there. A lot of us went off eye test, and then some of us went off of stats like WAR. And some people's feelings got hurt when WAR told them a different story than what they thought was actually the reality. But it's all good. Everything happens for a reason, and we're going to get into this show, and we're going to start with the cutest parlay in all of sports gambling. That's right. It is the Underdog Slip, inspired by my late dog, Emma, up in the top left. We've got the dog wagging his ears in the bottom underneath her. We got the Corgo up in the top sitting on the couch grinning it up because he is the underdoggiest of underdogs. And then we have our own personal Kel Doggy Dog as a child there in the bottom right. Again, prayers go out to the Sherman family for what they're going through. Nothing awful, nothing directly awful to Kel in a direct sense, but just prayers out to there and out to his family as we'll get him back after he deals with his family business hopefully next week. That's when we're hoping to get Kel back, and it'll be fun to get him back. But without further ado, let's get into this underdog. So we got Athletics money line and Phillies on the run line. They were actually a dog on the run line, so we're taking them tonight versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Listen, this is not a homer pick because I was originally not going to do that. Rob sat there and said, "Let's do the Phillies plus 1.5." Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I feel like they shouldn't even be the quote unquote underdog, and the money line shows that because the money line's not even plus money. I think it's minus 110, and you're getting the 1.5 runs for like minus 155. You're only losing like 0.4 units off of it to get the 1.5 runs. And the Phillies have been hitting everything. Last night being the off, but it was a doubleheader day, so guys get tired. Things happen. They also were going against Chris Sale, who is pitching out of his mind lately. So, other than that game, they've been killing it. And I've also on the side got Schwarber for a home run. So if he hits a home run, that's going to help this along as well. So
yeah. I'm going to take in, and I'm going Athletics money line, and it's no offense to the Toronto Blue Jays, but Springs has been pitching so well this year that, you just got to go with it. In 48 plate appearances versus this Toronto Blue Jays lineup, he has struck them out at a 31% clip. He is also very, very good against this lineup. Chris Bassett is also very good against this lineup, but not to the same success as Springs has. And, he doesn't walk a lot of guys. He sneaky, if Skubal wasn't Skubal, he would be in consideration for Cy Young looks. I don't think he would get there, but he's definitely in consideration for Cy Young looks. Plus, the mound in Sacramento is so bad that he's going to go into Toronto and like, oh my gosh, this is what a major league mound should feel like. Yeah, and he's going to perform well. So give me Spriggs tonight and the Athletics money line. You'll see that I got that a little bit later as well. But Athletics money line versus those Toronto Blue Jays in the Phillies plus 1.5. You're getting it at 292 at my sportbook of choice. Rob has it a little bit less than that, but still a solid almost 3-1 on your investment if you're taking the underdog slip with us tonight. So hopefully that smacks and we'll be good to roll. The Athletics individually are plus 154. So if you just want to take the Athletics money line, you don't want to lay the runs with the Phillies, even though I think you're crazy if you think that. I know Tyon Walker's on the hill, but Hall is not really doing that much anyway. So even though he's been pitching better as of late. So, but give me the Phillies plus 1.5 at home. I think the Phillies are 70-30 in their last 100 home games at Citizens Bank Park, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty good odds.
Yeah, so and I think out of those 30, they've lost by one a couple of times too. So you're covering a lot of the time with that Phillies plus 1.5. Even at I've got it at minus 184, but still, I mean, they're statistically better than that in a 2-for-1. So go ahead and smack that underdog slip and get it done. Let's go ahead and jump to the most talked about parlay in all of sports gambling, and it is the 750 Club. We are heading to the club. Welcome to the club. We're trying to get the first win this month in the club, and I think we will get it tonight. There's one rule of Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. There's one rule of the 750 Club. You tell every single person that is of legal gambling age. We have added that disclaimer at the concession of our lawyers that we tell everybody that is of age to gamble about the 750 Club. Don't go telling little Susie down the street. We don't want that. We want good, solid people that can bet it with us. Unless Susie's going to go tell her parents, and like you make that caveat, don't tell Susie. Don't tell little Susie. Don't tell little Jimmy. But tell everybody else. Tell everybody that is of legal gambling age in your state. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And the 750 Club is as follows. We're going Matt Olsendinger. We're going Seth Lugo 5+ Ks. And we're going Nationals D-backs over 9.5. Let me go ahead and hit you with the reason why we have all of these. First off, Matt Olson, career versus Lucas Giolito, is 7 of 13 with 4 home runs. The man has 4 homers in 14 plate appearances because he has a walk, out of the 14 plate appearances, he has four strikeouts, one walk, 7 hits, and 4 of those 7 are dingers. You can't not take the man to hit a homer tonight versus Lucas Giolito. They're at home, so we got some home cooking after the doubleheader. I know his power numbers have been down, but stats are stats. Go ahead and give me Matt Olson to hit a dinger tonight. I don't see a reason why he doesn't. He has had by far the most success against Lucas Giolito in this Braves lineup. So, yes, go ahead and give me Matt Olson for the dinger this evening tonight versus Lucas Giolito. We also like the Braves to get the win tonight, and definitely some strikeouts from Grant Holmes, who's going up against Boston's lineup. So, yeah, there's definitely that. Now, there's some strikeout in this lineup. Don't get me wrong. And Olson does have a big whiff rate, but go ahead and give me Matt Olson. Speaking of whiff rate, let's start talking about Seth Lugo. Yes, I know he's not the pitcher that he has been in the past, but again, 116 plate appearances against this Tigers lineup. He striked them out at 23% clip. So if he gets to 6 innings, you like him to get 5+ Ks. And I know he hasn't been the same pitcher this year. I think he finds it today versus the Tigers. I think this is a low-scoring game, to be very clear. I think Casey Mize, who has pitched well against the Royals in his most recent outings, I expect him to have a decent amount of Ks as well, as he has hit 3+ Ks, and I'll say this a little bit later, in 2 straight games versus Kansas City. So there's something else there as well. And he's also starting to find the strikeouts, but I just find this to be a low-scoring game. I like Seth Lugo to get 5+ Ks, and I like him to get them early, like first time through the lineup early. It's going to be Seth Lugo, 5+ Ks. And then the last, but certainly not least, it is a pitching matchup of epic disappointment between Washington and the D-backs tonight. So let's get the over at 9.5. The D-backs have arguably one of the best offenses in the game, bar Chicago, bar a couple others, but they're really good. And they're facing Jake Irvin of the Nationals. The Nationals have a lineup that can start tagging Merrill Kelly, as Merrill Kelly has not had success against this lineup. The Nationals lineup is hitting Merrill Kelly at an average over 400 lifetime. Now, I know it's only 40 plate appearances, but still, that's a big number. And the Diamondbacks lineup is hitting Jake Irving at an average over 300. To be very clear, if both of these lineups face this pitcher for their entire tenure, they'd all be Hall of Famers. Just throwing that out there. That's what those numbers are. 300 average, you're 1,000% going to the Hall of Fame. So I like the Nationals D-backs to be a very high-scoring game tonight. Give me over 9.5, and that is the 750 club at 1376. Now you have it a little bit better, Rob. You have it like 1390 something.
Yeah, 1399 on Craft Sales.
Oh, yeah, so right beneath 14-1 on this bad boy. It's really the Olson dinger. I like that. That's got to hit for the odds. I mean, it's plus 310 on its lonesome for me. The Lugo 5+ Ks I actually think is plus money. The Nationals D-backs line is, obviously it's an over-under. So the Lugo 5+ is actually minus 113. That's what I have it as. And then the over itself, the over on the D-backs is even money, literally an even money bet on the over. I laugh how the under 9, and I think it's just because it's such a big number at 9.5. But these pitchers are trash. I'm not trying to be like, but look, 67 plate appearances.
The D-backs might score over 9.5 by themselves.
By themselves. But yet the Nationals lineup is also good as well. So I'm not.
Well, thinking. And if you watched last night, which I actually watched a lot of that game because I was waiting for Gore to get his strikeouts, they were hitting the ball really well last night. So
another sneaky bet, and I gotta find it. I gotta come up here. And I saw it early. Hold on. I know, bad TV. Oh no, nope. Never mind. That's for later. Sorry. I was going to say James Wood. I mean, James Woods, his home runs are down, but his hard hit rate is up over the last week and a half. Like the things that create quote unquote the home run swing, which is swing path, launch angle, that type of stuff. Technically, his home runs would be trending down, but his hard hit rate, his barrel rate, is going up. So,
and I can tell you, he hit one off the top of the fence last night.
Yeah. So, I mean, James Wood, if you want a sneaky little 2+ total bases bet, go ahead and take James Wood in the lineup tonight. All right, it's time. It's for green. It's soft. It's plushy. It is the tabletop. Pow. There it is. All right, we got a 3-bagger today. The guy who we thought might come in isn't here, but he's got 5, count them, 5 PDs today. He's trying to take the moniker of the PD King away from me, but Squire, get down. But I'm going to go ahead and give him his flowers. Max Fried, 4+ Ks in the Yankees money line. I think both of us like Max Fried tonight, to be very clear.
Correct. Yep.
Valdez and the Astros money line. Thought about it, but the Rays have been playing decent, especially on the road. So I don't know if I love the Astros, but Valdez is the best pitcher for the Astros rotation right now. So I don't hate that option if you like the Valdez and Astros money line. Casey Mize in the Tigers money line. Yeah, I don't hate that either. I actually thought about taking that myself, but didn't know fully what I felt like, because I think Lugo can keep this Tigers line down early, and I hate the battle of the bullpens. So reason why I decided to stay away from this game. He's going opposite on Chris Bassett, and of course I didn't notice it, but he spelled Bassett wrong, by the way. It is ITT, not ETT, but hey, what are you going to do? But he likes 5+ Ks, and the Toronto money line for that. He does not like the Athletics money line. I think that is an absolute terrible decision. But hey, what are you going to do? Why not? Chris Bassett's a good pitcher, and Toronto has been playing good baseball as of late, so don't overly hate it, even though I think he's wrong. And then, of course, it wouldn't be Poolside Pat or Mr. 60% Pat without taking the Cardinals. But he's got Matthew Joseph Liberatore, 4+ Ks in the Cardinals money line tonight. So that is his 5 bets this evening. We're going to go into mine. I really can't say too much about it because I'm a homer that always takes the Phillies anyway. But it's Taijuan Walker. I got all of them for 4+ Ks. So I got Walker for 4+ Ks, Phillies money line +201, Springs money line, or Springs 4+ Ks, and the Athletics money line. And then this is my shocker here. I like Siriano 4+ Ks and the Angels money line. Don't really love the Siriano play, but I like the Angels to beat the Guardians in this one. And so that's the reason why I'm going to take Siriano 4+ Ks in 176. Don't ask me why. It might just be gas, but it's a feeling that the Angels are going to get the dub tonight. And, you know, they've lost 5 straight. I'm aware. But they got to win one eventually. And the Angels here might be what I did with the White Sox last year, is just keep betting them until they win and martingale it. And eventually I'll get all my money back. So that might be what I do with the Angels right now, because they cannot be this bad for this long. So go ahead and give me Siriano 4+ Ks and the Angels money line tonight. I feel an Angels win, get off their snide for that. Then I have a hit parlay. I like Ketel Marte, J-Ram, and Alec Boehm to all get a hit tonight. Alec Boehm's been on fire. J-Ram is J-Ram, and Ketel Marte is also facing Jake Irvin, who, need I say it again, Jake Irvin is not good. And let me actually look at those numbers for him, because I saw it earlier. His numbers versus Jake Irvin. Ketel Marte has 4 hits in 9 at-bats. So you expect him to get a hit. Also, in one of those 4, he has a home run, a double, and 2 singles. So if you like his total bases too, I don't hate that as well. But J-Ram, I mean, it's J-Ram. Like, do I really need to say more? I know. I just sat there and said, but it's Siriano. Like, of course. Yeah, J-Ram's the only one who has a lot of success against him. He's hitting 400 against Jose Siriano. So yes, give me J Ram. Everybody else, kind of weak, but yeah, Jose Ramirez, he hits everybody. And also sneaky, he also has 3 homers in those 4 hits. So if you want to take J Ram to hit a homer too, there's another option for you as well. I'm just giving you so many nuggets today, guys. If you don't make money today, I don't know what you're doing. And then I have a K's parlay. We're going 3 for Casey Mize, 4 for Max Fried, and 5 for Luis Ortiz. And that's the Guardians pitcher tonight. Yes, I almost took Sirianni 4+ and Luis Ortiz 5+ as a double in that game, but I'm just feeling that Angels money line. Don't ask me why. It's probably just gas. And then I also like Matt Olson so much tonight that I've got him on the tabletop at +310. So those are my bets today. Rob, what do you have for us?
We're going with another strikeout parlay today. It worked good. It worked for us yesterday, so we're going to try to run it back. I got Grant Holmes 5+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 6 of his last 8 games, and he got 5 strikeouts the last time he faced Boston. We got Matthew Liberatore 4+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 9 of 10 games. Max Fried 5+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 8 of 10, and really he only had a 2-game stretch like 2 months ago that he didn't hit, which otherwise would be 8 for 8. And then we got Zebby Matthews. I've bet this dude both of his outings this year, and he went for 9 strikeouts and 5 strikeouts, I believe. So I'm going 5 strikeouts again for Zebby Matthews. He's hit 2 for 2. He's averaging 7 over those 2 games, and I got this at 3.5 to 1, so +354. I have another one that's not on the tabletop, but I'm gonna read it because one of the games starts at 6:45, and y'all always say I always bet these and don't tell you, so I'm telling you. I did an 8-leg parlay all game decision, so I got Phillies +1.5.
Okay.
Athletics money line.
Okay.
Mets money line.
Okay.
This one goes against you, but I got Guardians money line.
Okay.
Braves money line.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals money line.
Mm-hmm.
Padres money line.
Okay.
And Diamondbacks money line.
All right.
Plus 5,323.
Yeah, I got it. I got 55.28.
There you go.
Totally worth throw a Smeckle on it. Why not? Hey man, if it hits, I'm up for the month. That's
right.
Massive. Be huge for the program. Be massive for the program. But yes, that is the show today. We're doing a quick one. Like I said, we're in, we're out, people. We don't mess around. And I would say another word, but I'm trying to keep it PG, and I already said 1 today, so I can't say it anymore. Or we move the rating up to 13, and then if I say 1 more, then it goes to R, and then I have to, parental advise myself. But wait, this is a gambling show. F it. No, it's fine. We're just gonna get out of here. That was your last call. My last call today. I like these 3 no-run first inning bets. The Athletics Toronto, no-run first inning. Angels Guardians, no-run first inning. And Red Sox Braves, no-run first inning. I like those 3. You're getting at 626 if you take all 3 of them as a parlay. Let's go ahead and smack that up. Yes. Athletics, Blue Jays, no run. Angel, Guardians, no run. Red Sox, Braves, no run. I know that goes against my Matt Olson dinger, but hopefully he's hitting 4th and you won't see him in the first inning, and then he goes bridge in the second.
I would say, but if he does hit a home run in the first inning, it's +310, so you'll be happy anyway.
I will be, because even though I will lose 626, I will win 310, so I'll be up, and that's the key.
There you go.
Speaking of up and down, here are the records. Parker, rough night last night. Rico Suave is now captain under units. But everybody else is on the positive side of the coin, minus our guests. If you want to be a guest on our show, please DM us. We'd love to have you on. If you want to share your hot tips to help everybody else's bet slips, go ahead and DM us at just the bet slips here on X. Or if you want to leave a comment on the YouTube and let us know that you would love to be a guest, we'd love to hear from you. So DM us on X is probably the best way to do it. And we would love to get you on the show, and you could be a guest of the show. That'd be massive. It would be huge for the program. We appreciate that. But before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and re-show the tabletop for our best bets tonight. And then we will say the slogan, hit you with the records again, and then get the hex out of here. But yes, We got a bunch of bets out there tonight. Hopefully you pick the right ones. Ride or fade. Somebody's winning money. Hopefully it's not the casinos. But yes, this has been just the bet slips. Rob the parlay guy. Yeah, I mean it's been a great show. We appreciate you always. 6 o'clock always on the weekdays, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday, tomorrow, and Sunday, we try to get in around noon to 1-ish. Make sure we get in all those early games for us. So definitely exciting. Definitely love that. But yes, this has been just the bet slips where we promise you one thing and one thing only. And that is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. Thanks everybody for stopping in. Go ahead and share and like the video. We'll catch you next time here on Just the Bet Slips. Have a good night and gamble responsibly. Chase that bag.